Hello viewers, welcome to the course Internet of Things, Design Concepts and Use Cases. In this video, we are going to talk about Introduction to Arduino IDE, which is a software platform used to write codes for your Arduino boards. As in the coming sessions, we will be doing so many experiments with this Arduino board as well as variety of sensor networks. So, in order to build your programs for those hardware environments, first of all you need to learn Arduino IDE environment. So, starting with this particular software that you can use for your most of the Arduino boards easily. So, going ahead with the introduction. Arduino IDE is basically a open source software. It means you can find it easily online. It is available free of the cost and anyone can download it on the platform such as your Windows platform, Mac OS or Linux, etc. It supports all these operating systems and you can start writing your programs in C as well as C++ language. The short form IDE here stands for Integrated Development Environment, which is dedicated to your Arduino boards. All your codes that you write on this IDE platform are basically known as sketch. It does not mean that you will be painting something like a sketch, but the codes that you write in the form of C and C++ is somehow terminated here as a sketching process. While you connect your Arduino board to IDE platform, you have to do so many settings on the software as well. So, that also we will do practically with the specific software. But before that, let me show you the original window that we have for this Arduino IDE platform. So, as you can see on the screen, here we have variety of options with a very simple and easy to use as well as beginner friendly window from the Arduino IDE platform. This is the first most window you find on the screen when you start with your Arduino IDE software. So, you can see there are so many options. On the top you will find file name that you will give as per your choice depending upon what type of codes you are going to create and what are the hardwares that you are planning to connect. You can give a name of your choice. Ahead to that, you will see version of your IDE software. Since this open source platform keeps on updating time to time, so you will find all the latest versions associated to it on the official website. So, that also I will show you further. Below this, you have options such as file, edit, sketch, tools and help. Each one of them may or may not be used in different types of your programs when you deal with the hardware systems. In the sessions, I will be showing you the most essential ones as a practical exposure. But in order to learn the detailed options, you can go ahead with the e-content material associated to this video, where each option associated to these file, edit, etc. menus are available in detail. Along with this, you will see toolbar button on the screen. Each one of them will be used for verifying your code, to upload your codes on the Arduino boards as well as to make some editings on the platform. Below this menu bar, you will find the text editor, within which there are generally two options. So, what you are looking at on your screen right now with void setup and void loop, they are not written by me. Rather, when you open your software for the first time, even as a beginner, these are already available on your screen, so that you can at least have an idea about how the setup works and how you put your codes in a specific loop. As written on your screen, what each one of these mean? First you have is void setup. In this particular portion, you have to put a code that you need to run only once. It means if you need to do some setup for your sensors or for your Arduino, or you need to make some declarations, all those things you have to put in the setup option. However, things that you want to do repeatedly, such as there are some loops that you want to run, or maybe you have installed certain hardware in a field environment from where you need to get continuous input. So, that will also work as a loop, and the code for that portion will be also written in the void loop part. So, that is why there are two different segregations. Moreover, it is not necessary to put a code inside void loop. Maybe in some cases you just want to execute a task one time. So, you can put your entire code in void setup itself and maybe nothing in the void loop. So, all those things you will learn step by step, that how we can make all those editings and changes to your this particular software. Below your editing window, we have the uploading status bar. Whenever you will be compiling your software code or you will be uploading your code to the Arduino board, this particular bar will be showing you the status. And below this, you find a black colored option that is again a tiny window to display the progress while working on your code upload as well as compile option. And moreover, if you get certain errors in your program, they will be also displayed in this particular error window. So, this is general introduction to your first screen of Arduino IDE. One more option you will find on the screen is, if I mark this one, you will see here an option for serial monitor. Using this, you can open a serial monitor on your screen itself, where all the sensor inputs can be displayed instantly. So, for a condition when you just want to look your output on the screen itself, and currently if you are not storing your data on any cloud platform, that is of course necessary in the age of IoT, but yes, when you are just looking at your outputs on the serial monitor, you can use this particular option available on the screen. So, let us go ahead with few more details for your toolbar. In your toolbar, as you can see, there are few essential options including verify, upload, new, open, save and serial monitor. This one I have already explained you, where you can see your outputs from the sensor environment. Now, first we have is verify button. Using this verify button, you can compile your code that you have written within this particular editing window. Once your code is ready, you can compile it by just clicking on that tick mark. If your error are removed and your code runs cleanly, you can next move to the upload button. This upload button is going to compile your code again, and after that it will be sent to the Arduino board environment, so that a error free code can be sent to the hardware system and it can start running as per the instructions provided in your code. Next to this, you have an option to create new sketch. It means when you have to write a new code, you can open a new sketch window right by clicking on this new option. Other than this, we have a open option over here, which will help you to open up any existing code that you have saved inside your system during your previous sessions probably. And last one we have is the save button. which will help you to save your documents or sketch instantly on your system so that you can access them in future anytime. Moving ahead, there are detailed information also provided for each button. However, if you need to know more about all these buttons as well as the toolbar options available on your IDE platform, you will find the detailed description in the e-content. One of the most important part you have is upload. So, I will be describing this in detail since it will be used to compile your code and then send that particular code to the connected board. That is why this one is going to be more important for every beginner. Before you use this upload button, you have to make some settings on your IDE environment. That will be to check your ports if they are very well connected with your Arduino hardware. That is to make your hardware based connections to the specific board or specific port on your laptop or computer so that you can send your information from the software to the hardware without any error in between. At the same time, you have to choose correct board to which you will be sending your code compilation. There are plenty of Arduino boards that you might have studied in the previous sessions of this MOOCs course. Out of them, we are going to discuss about Arduino UNO in coming practical sessions as well, because Arduino UNO is one of the most friendly and easy to learn hardware board that any beginner can start with ease. While sending your code or uploading your code to the hardware environment, you will be using a USB based connection that I will definitely show you that how you can make that connection precisely between your computer and the hardware board. Once your connection is ready and you are done with all the settings related to your board as well as port, then definitely you can click on the upload button that is present on the toolbar, and instantly it will start sending your code to the hardware platform. Some of your old Arduino board required you to press a reset button when the code is loaded to the system hardware, but the new age Arduino boards may not even require you to press that reset button. So, we will discuss all those possibilities clearly when doing different types of experiments in coming videos. Currently, it is important to know that when you will be sending any information to your Arduino board in the form of a compiled code, there will be blinking of LEDs. They are your transmit and receive LEDs available on your hardware board, so that you can have a quick update about that your system is being updated with a new information. As soon as your code is ready on the hardware side, you can see the outputs on the serial monitor, which is required to be established with the same port to which you have connected your Arduino board. So, those settings also we will learn step by step. Now, we come to the menu bar. There were plenty of options. You can see I have shown you the drop down menu for file as well as edit over here. This edit option a beginner may need very rarely, because this has just some settings for indentation or some font size, etc. So, you may not require this so much, but yes, this file option you may need time and again, from where you can save your codes, or if you need to print something from your codes, that also you can do, or there are different options to create a new sketch. You may also find the controls as well right on your softwares. So, possibly if you love to do control command based handling on the software, you can easily use these basic controls such as control plus N to open a new file, control plus O to open a existing file. Similarly, close, save and save as options are available on this drop down menu. Next to this, we have sketch and Tools option. Out of this, in Sketch, you may need to learn about this include library more probably, because beginners may need to include variety of libraries while using different types of sensor networks. Similarly, in the tool based drop down menu, you may need to check your board type right from here. This is the board type option with Arduino Pro and Pro Mini. And similarly, this port you can see currently it looks like disabled option, but right when you connect your hardware to your computer or laptop, it will be enabled and it will show you that which communication port you want to connect as per your hardware connection. So, these things you may require to use more often. Along with this, we have a serial monitor over here and a serial plotter. Serial monitor you can use when you have to display some number based readings. Similarly, serial plotter can help you to plot your readings on x and y axis so that you can visualize whatever you are getting from the field environment. And last one you have is the help window, within which if you have some query about the environment, you can use this particular. Within this particular session, we have talked about different parts of Arduino IDE with the help of the PPT based entire content, and I have shown you different toolbar options as well. In the coming session, we will be talking about the real demonstration of the software. So, thank you very much everyone for the current session, and we will see you again in the real demo of the software. Thank you.